In 2012, Affiliated Network for Social Accountability in East Asia and the Pacific and the Commission on Audit formalized a partnership to implement a 2-year participatory audit program that focuses on providing technical assistance to the Commission on Audit in its effort to open public audit processes to citizens. Citizen Participatory Audit is a priority program of the Commission on Audit that upholds the citizens' primordial right to a clean government and the prudent utilization of public resources, founded on the premise that public accountability can prosper only with a vigilant and involved citizenry for the promotion of transparency and effectiveness. Under the program, COA and ANZA EAP will design, test, and institutionalize the conduct of participatory audits through several pilot projects. Citizen Participatory Audit uses the constructive engagement approach between citizens and government in monitoring the government's use of public resources to improve service delivery, protect rights, and promote community welfare. In CPA, citizens are included in the team under the supervision of the Commission on Audit to make the government more effective, transparent, and accountable. The civil society, academic groups, community members, private sector, and the COA work together to audit the processes of delivering public services and government programs.
Citizen Participatory Audit Process, the full cycle modality. Step 1. Citizen buy-in and shared agenda building. Through COA citizen partners that link COA to CSOs, a series of activities were conducted to bring the idea of the CPA to the citizens, then jointly identified areas they wanted audited under CPA. Step 2. Competency building. Trainings were conducted, COA 101, CSO 101, to CPA, audit concepts and procedures including geotagging. Step 3. Memorandum of Agreement, MOA signing. The formalization of partnership. The MOA includes the operational guidelines jointly drafted by CSOs and COA. Step 4. Citizens Partner Nomination. Selected representatives were nominated by the CSOs that were signatory to MOA to become citizen auditors through a formal process. Step 5. Citizen Authorization as Audit Team Members. CSO nominees to the audit team were formally authorized by COA as audit team members. Step 6. Audit Team Planning. The audit team composed of the supervising auditor, audit team leader, and audit team members, COA organic personnel, and authorized citizens developed the audit program, identifying specific duties and responsibilities of each individual. The directors performed oversight supervision over the audit team. Step 7. Audit Team Fieldwork. Working as a team, the auditors and the citizens gathered data together. Step 8. Audit Team Data Analysis. Data gathered were analyzed together by the audit team. Step 9. Audit Reporting. The audit team, including its citizen partners, participated in audit report writing activities. Step 10. Audit Monitoring. The COA monitor, as part of his regular functions, follow up with the auditee on the status of implementation of audit recommendations. The validation of the auditee's response may be participated in by citizen partners. Step 11. Advocacy. Together with the CSOs, advocacy strategies will be designed to ensure that audit recommendations will be implemented and the expected.
The Commission on Audit, in partnership with the Affiliated Network for Social Accountability in East Asia Pacific, and with funding support from the Australian government under its Philippines Australia Public Financial Management Program, is implementing the participatory audit project, enhancing transparency, accountability, and citizen participation in the public audit process. The project aims to develop and test possible mechanisms and approaches for expanding transparency and accountability, and enhancing citizen participation in the public audit process. ANSA EAP recognizes the participatory audit project as an opportunity for citizens and academic professionals and civil society organizations to make significant contributions to the audit process. So, what is audit? Audit is a tool for examination and assessment such as documents, properties, and resources. It aims to evaluate financial operations in order to see whether government funds are used properly. It is done for the transparency of the local and national government. Furthermore, it engages the citizens to participate and know projects and issues faced by the respective barangay. The CPA has two components, mainly citizen partnership units and the citizen government partnership. The citizen partnership unit serves as a feedback mechanism, builds public awareness and interest in public audit process. The main goal of participatory audit is to answer specific questions on government projects and to provide feedback from citizens towards transparency. So, how is citizen participatory audit done? Risk management assessment was used in determining which government agencies will be covered by the audit, taking into consideration their impact, public interest, utility, risk, and suitability for an audit. Needs assessment and capacity building. Upon the signing of this agreement, the COA and CCAGG identified the training needs of the audit teams to enhance their competence in conducting the audit. From this, a training plan was jointly formulated indicating, among others, the technical and funding requirements for the training. The training activities were conducted in accordance with the approved training plan. Detailed work plan. To set the terms of the project, it was necessary to establish clear operational guidelines using an audit work plan covering the duration of the projects. It included the following: the type and nature of audit to be pursued, the number of audits to be undertaken during the period, the agencies to be audited, the number of man-months required per project, and the estimated total cost for each proposed audit engagement. Record checking. The audit team examined available records related to the project. This was necessary to establish the terms set forth in the contracts and projects documents, which are supposed to be the basis of how the project on the ground will be carried out. Their design, cost, schedule, and etc. The records also establish the responsibilities of the government agencies and the contractors engaged to carry out the projects. These records had to be checked against oral reports and actual projects. Interviews with the key project officials and beneficiaries. This helped in providing a perspective of how the project were administered and clarified questions on discrepancies and technical issues. Focus group discussions were facilitated with the beneficiaries to find out their perception on how the road to improvement projects affected their lives. Site visits and inspections. These ocular visits validated what the record stated and determined adherence to applicable laws, rules, and regulations. We also confirmed the veracity of written and oral information gathered. Feedback. Tentative audit highlights were discussed with management during the exit conference. An audit observation memoranda were sent to them earlier. Results and recommendations are then gathered and taken into account to be able to apply the government project. It remains to be seen whether the augmentation provided by citizens to COA's audit capacities within the participatory audit framework could have a significant effect in terms of addressing the huge demand for public audits that COA faces. What is clear is that CPA's articulated bias for issues that are close to people's hearts could help make public audits more relevant to citizens' needs or concerns. As the pilot joint audits have provided a clear model in terms of how to go about with engagement, COA and ANSA EAP have begun looking into the process of building a programmatic participatory audit agenda. Perhaps a more relevant concern at this point is how integration of citizen audit approaches into COA CPA initiative has contributed to advancing citizens group own good governance and development agenda. One issue relates to wider public dissemination of the participatory audit reports, given citizen groups' practice of communicating their monitoring results and findings to the public as a way of also creating citizen pressure on executive agencies to act on recommendations. In existing COA procedures and protocols, this could be done only after the exit conference with audited agencies has been conducted. As part of joint COA citizen audit teams, with access to data on the audited program and to the joint audit reports, citizen groups should be in a better position to do such awareness raising and advocacy efforts. Follow up actions by citizen groups on CPA reports have still to happen, however, and seem to be still outside the current strategies of the CPA project and partner citizen groups. It might be interesting also for the CPA project team to explore how the use of these citizen audit approaches and citizen monitoring as a whole can be enhanced and sustained through participatory audits, perhaps even outside the framework of joint audit with COA in light of gaps in the CAI's practices, particularly in terms of building public awareness of its work and output, and ensuring the public auditor's recommendations are acted upon. Such as endeavors might also be critical in sustaining participatory audit initiatives. It is in the same vein that building awareness of the value of citizen audit approaches within and outside COA could be also important in terms of institutionalizing the CPA framework. According to COA chairperson Gracia Pulido Tan, the initiative has made considerable gains in the first phase and now can upscale in terms of coverage from Metro Manila to the provinces. In phase 1, the CPA looked into the Department of Public Works and Highways flood control project in the Caloocan, Malabon, Navotas, and Valenzuela area, the Solid Waste Management Program in Quezon City, and Barangay Health Services in Marikina City in the context of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program. The audit teams came up with the respective audit reports including the recommendations for the improvement of said projects. In phase 2, audit teams will look into the farm to market roads in Palawan and tourism roads in the Caraga region, as well as health programs in the and, ed- education in the select areas in the country. Chairperson Maria Gracia Pulido Tan stated, the CPA is a testament that governance is not only the responsibility of the government. According to her, all of us are citizens first, and as citizens, it is not only our right but our duty to